all good to be daily in a welded diff again. What do you think, Marcus?
I daily drive a diff.
Dang, dude, that's a ripper, huh? Wow. Wait, we got to do the famous signature. There's not really much to sign, but you guys get the point. Well, welcome to today's vlog. Marcus and I, we drove 35 hours from Colorado to Florida straight. How was it, honestly?
Garbage.
It was garbage, especially in a Miata where you don't really have much space to put things, and you don't even have enough space for your body half the time, but it's all right. Racer Miata made it back. I am so excited. We're gonna go to the shop right now, and it is time to talk about a game plan with this thing. There's 3 different things I could do with this car, but I'm really unsure. Marcus, just go ahead. You know the 3 options. Just tell me which one you think is best for this car.
I think put an SR in it, but don't take it out of the roadster.
You guys heard that. That's the first option, but I'm gonna explain everything right now. Fuck it. One more for good measure. No second gear wheel spin at all. We need to do something about this. Oh, bumps! Yeah, this road's pretty bad. Let's get out of here. All right, so I feel like I haven't properly introduced this video. So what's going on, guys? Chris Frednick here, and today we're back in Florida. We drove 35 hours straight, and it was the most miserable thing ever. Every single time we do it, it gets harder and harder. But as you can see, we have a line of cars right now, and all of these cars, they are mine. And I really want to talk about what I want to do with this car. So I'm very fortunate enough for this car to fall back into my lap. I think it's super cool. I think it's super iconic. And I think it would be wrong of me to kind of just stuff it in the corner, not really do anything with it. So I want to make this car really cool. I want to make this car really useful. And that's kind of what I want to talk about in this video, because I have 3 ideas and I'm kind of all over the place right now, and I want to make the right one. And let me just tell you what I want to do with it. So when I was 17, I got this car. This car went through many stages, but I mainly 100% wanted this car to be a drift car. I tried to make it to every single event if I had the budget to, and this car honestly slayed. I had so much fun. And that was literally just with the 1.8 with a TD04 with an FMU setup, and it was great. I want to make this car a drift car again, but I don't want to have too many drift cars. If this is going to be my drift car, I want to do something with this thing. When Carter Roberts, he hit me up, and he asked me to buy this back, I instantly thought, because I've been trying to find a reason to get rid of the drift car. I know, kind of sounds sucky, but it's true. So when he first hit me up, I'm like, yo, we're going to put the LS inside the Racer Miata. It's going to be sick. I'm going to order the mounts. I've been looking at the CX Racing kit, and it seems like they have everything on their website to be able to do it. So I'm like, yeah, this is awesome. Let's go get it. As I was going to Colorado, I was like, you know what? It would be really, really cool to put the SR20 in it. So then I thought maybe we should take the SR20 out of the Roadster, put it into the Racer Miata, take the LS out of the drift car, and put it into the Roadster. So now the Roadster will be kind of like more of like a track all around drag car, just a super hoon animal. And the reason why I was kind of leaning away from putting the LS in this car, yes, LS Miatas are sick. Taylor Ray has proved that he's killing it in the drift community, but I personally just don't like drifting LSs. I personally think they're just too easy, and although I do have a lot to learn, I'm not talking shit to anyone that like drifts them. They're awesome engines and you can drift very well with them. I just like more of like a challenge. I want to dance more on the pedals and stuff like that, and I think the SR would be a perfect platform for that. We know this thing's a hoon monster. We know that we're going to be able to drift with this thing, and it's going to sound sick. It's going to look sick in the engine bay, and hopefully it'll be reliable, because so far in little baby Rocket, she's been pretty damn reliable. But the reason why I was kind of turned off from the SR idea, because back in the day when Adam was just drifting his cream S13, did you watch his videos back then? How often did he break his SR?
I mean, I wouldn't say often. He just had, what is it? Head lift day.
Okay. He had a lot of heat issues, right?
Yeah, a lot of heating issues. Yeah.
And honestly, I don't even drift this car, and like just going down the drag strip, just going to like autocross and stuff, I too have heating issues with the SR. So I think the SR just has some heating issues, and I just don't know how reliable they are if you're just banging rev limiter all the time like onion. So my third option was, which was kind of the one I'm stepping away from, although it is the most OG, you guys have seen it 100 times, and it wouldn't give me an excuse to start to part that out, is just to throw a turbo on this, actually put a Mega Squirt on it like I wanted to back in the day, and just make this thing a super reliable drift car. Later down the road, I would love to do Pro-Am with this car. I just think it's so cool that I got it back, and we just have so many different options now. Like, we can put an SR in it, we can put an LS in it, or we can just turbo it. I just don't know. Personally, I'm leaning towards, the only reason why I don't want to do the SR is because this car is so perfect and it's so fun that I would hate to take it out. But at the same time, if we're taking it out and putting into that, hypothetically, once I get new bushings and new coilovers and stuff, it's gonna be kind of the same car, just built for a different purpose. So I don't know, man. I'm really shooting for the LS inside the Roadster and the SR inside the Rice Miata. Alex, come over here a second. You probably just heard all my options. I mean, what do you think? And honestly,
Well, I agree with you that this is honestly perfect as the way it is.
it is.
It's just like, you know,
It's a monster.
it is a monster. I'm at the cooling issue. You could talk to Adam because I think he just fixed his
Oh, really?
S13.
Okay.
Get that running. I don't know. That would be sick to get the LS in that, just because like it's totally different. You've never done it before, so it's just like,
But if I put that in that, I'm gonna put the LS inside that anyways.
yeah.
So
But it's just like to take this apart, you know, the adventure you had with this car to make it to where it is now, just to take it out and put it in
yeah.
the Ricer. But I don't know.
I mean, I'm with you, man. It's just, I don't know. I don't want
I'm pretty sure we're all over the E36.
I'm over it.
Yeah, I think we're all over.
Throw down in the comments if you're over the car. I mean, don't get me wrong. She is a drift monster. She's fun when she's going sideways, but that is all that thing is good for. Like, if I'm not drifting it, this car is just sitting here. It's collecting dust and water because the freaking window doesn't roll up. That's why it's been tarped for the past 2 months. And if I take the engine and transmission out of this, I can part the rest of the car out to be able to fund this build if we put the LS in that, or if we put the LS in that. So I won't really come out of pocket for that build. And so you guys know, I have way too many cars and I need to get rid of some cars, so that would just be one less car in the collection, and I can just keep collecting my Miatas. It looks so ridiculous.
Actually, all you have is Miatas.
Yeah, I am racing Miata.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. That is my 3 game plans. Like I said, I'm kind of leaning towards putting the SR in, and I know some people are gonna be like, oh, don't put the SR in that thing's kind of a piece of shit, the frame rails are ruined, it's not worth it. At the end of the day, I am still gonna have both cars. I'm still gonna have both engines. If I ever wanted to change the SR and put it back into that, I completely can. It's not like I'm selling any of the parts, but I just think as a drift platform, because like I said, I would love to do Pro-Am and like maybe eventually win with it. Like, I do have a lot to learn, but the fact that this was my first Miata, and if we can take that journey together in this car with that engine, like, I think that'd be amazing. We'll get a full cage in this thing and stuff, and we'll just try to dominate. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna put a poll down in the description below. Everyone just talk about it in the comments, because I really am gonna read every single one of them, because I am just on the fence with every single thing. And I mean, no matter what, I know I'm gonna be happy with either Turbo Miata, SR, or LS. Huh?
I said someone's gonna say K Miata.
Yeah, I'm not trying to add another engine to the party just because I'm not trying to front all that money. It's just all this stuff that I'm talking about makes sense for what I have right now. It would be cool to put, I don't know, throw it down in the comments. I don't know, but we need to work on the Ricer Civic, because a special guest is coming tomorrow, and I want for him to drive it and feel it and have fun with me. So it's literally like 4:30 right now. I need to go to the junkyard to get some parts for this. So let's do it. All right, well, it's 4:53 right now. I decided to try to run to the junkyard as quick as I can to get the slave line that I needed, because Advance, it's gonna take them like a week to come in, and also with the brake line, they're not gonna get until Friday, and right now it's Tuesday. So I just came to the junkyard, literally brought these, and that was it, because I was planning just getting the slave line, and then I remembered the brake line. So a guy that just left, all he had was vice grips, so I vice gripped the brake line off. It was very difficult. I ended up slicing my finger and everything, but it was completely worth it, because we got all this stuff now. Pumped. This is why I love Florida, man. A whopping $9 for the clutch line and for the brake line. If I went to Advance Auto, I would have had to wait till Friday, and both these lines combined were gonna be like 60 bucks. The only downside is I did slice my finger, and that's because I was squeezing the vice grips really hard, and I was trying to push on it, and when the bolt loosened, I slipped off the vice grip, and I just sliced my hand on a chunk of metal. But it's all good, man. $9, live better, save money, junkyards. All right, guys, so we just got back from the junkyard. We got our brake line, we got our slave line right here. So now we are going to put it in the Ricer Civic. If you guys haven't been following the Ricer Civic build, this used to be the D16 Turbo. We put the B20 in it. obviously turboed, and the whole car is done. But right when we finished it, the clutch line bursted, so I had to get a new one of that, and one of the passenger front brake line bursted as well. But after we fix these two things and I take this oil pan off and get it re-welded, it's gonna be ready for the dyno, and it's gonna be ready for at least 300 horsepower minimum. I can't wait to feel what this car feels like. I'm gonna take it to the track. We're gonna do a bunch of things. I'm really excited. So let's just pop this wheel off, get that brake line fixed, get the slave line fixed, and bleed it all. That 2-lug life. So when you expect the best, usually odds are you're gonna get the worst outcome. So I thought it was just the rubber brake line because it was literally coming from under the passenger wheel. So I kind of just assumed, never assume with cars. Yeah, this is a Connecticut car, and a metal brake line just bursted that actually went to the passenger front wheel, and it bursted right there. Luckily, since I used to live in Connecticut, I always kept some nickel copper line because brake lines, believe it or not, it's a common problem in Connecticut. So I always just had this, and I still have it from when I lived there. So we're gonna go ahead, we're just gonna make that new line real quick and just get it out of the way. All right guys, so short video today. I really just wanted to explain what's going down with the Rice Miata, and I really wanted to get your guys' opinion on it, just because it is pretty up in the air, but no matter what, we are gonna be doing something cool with that car. We are gonna be drifting it and everything. I am ending the video, but we are still working on the Ricer Civic. Some stuff just came up and I had to take care of it, but the brake line's going down there. We're just gonna splice her in and that'll be good. Slave line is almost done. We're working on that. For all my OGs out there that like posters and buy posters every time I come out with one, there's gonna be a Ricer Miata poster very, very soon. And I figured we're just gonna put a pre-order out for cheaper. They're gonna be 20 bucks if you wanna pre-order it. It's about 3 weeks away because I still wanna put the Rota Kusha wheels on it, and I still wanna lower this car for the picture so it looks super OG. So if you do want that poster and you wanna save money and you're gonna end up buying it anyways, it's gonna be on the website, www.junkforless.net. Go pick it up, and I'll even throw in like a Ricer Miata sticker with it just because you guys are OGs and buying it early. So we're gonna end the video right here. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you guys wanna subscribe for more, subscribe for more. Super pumped for the content to come and to drift that car again. And throw down in the comments who you think the special guest is. He's from a different country. Peace out.